All right, we'll call this meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first up on the docket, approval of the minutes of the meeting on August 13th. You guys have a chance to look at that.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting on August 13th. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, the approval of general fund vouchers 75953 through 76025, wire transfers 181,90050 through 181,90096, and activity fund vouchers 9325 through 9330.
A move to approve.
Second.
Second.
It has been properly moved and second to approve the vouchers. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Public comments. Guessing there's not a lot, seeing there isn't many public here tonight. Okay, and next, new business. Approval of staff hire.
Okay, so the interview committee selected an individual. I gave you the notes. It's a part-time custodian position, left for the vacancy by Chrissy Rosine. So not a new position. So we offered the position to Brenda Ray, and she's accepted the position. So it does require board approval.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I move to approve Brenda Ray, part-time. Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve Brenda Ray as a part-time custodian. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next, the approval of the 2018-19 winter coaching roster.
Okay, so if you turn kind of past the summary of the expense report and revenue report, it's the first document. We have the girls basketball coaches. The head coaches are in bold, so a couple changes. We have the girls basketball, boys basketball, and then the wrestling. Boys basketball interview committee selected Ryan Blanchard to be the head coach. Then the assistants, we have Brad Kress, Abby Rosine, and Carrie Blanchard. Boys basketball remains the same. Jason Sargent, Josh Trepanier as assistant, and then Brent Paulson and Larry Ramus as junior high. And then the wrestling position, the interview committee selected Peter Paulson, and then his assistant Jay Gardner, junior high Casey Keller, and then we have a vacancy, so that one's to be determined yet, and we're looking to fill that one.
Would entertain a motion to approve the winter coaching roster.
Move to approve the winter coaching roster.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the winter coaching roster. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next, the 2018-19 high school staff building handbook.
Okay, so this one is in your packet. It's the first. It's stapled with hole punches, so you might have to remove it. But Mr. Gillis is going to speak to that.
Yep. It's there's very few changes this year. The first one aligns with the state standards and curriculum alignment work we've been doing. Rather than just turning in the standard old format lesson plans, I'm asking teachers to turn in their learning targets for their units or for the time period they're working in. Learning targets could resemble something like an I can statement. So by the end of this unit, students will be able to fill in the blank. I just think for me, when I'm doing observations and for students every day, when that stuff is posted on the board where they can walk in and say, oh, that's what I'm going to learn today. And then that should correlate with what they're assessed on. So that's the kind of direction I was going with that language. Item 2, the posting grades is just to match what Mr. Pearson's doing in his handbook as well. I'm encouraging teachers to post a comment when they're giving students grades, and if they're going to put down a negative comment, at least put down one positive comment to go along with that for parents to get some better feedback. And then item 3 is just name updates, whether it's board members, new faculty members, that kind of stuff.
That's lengthy.
Yeah, it's a handful.
Okay, does have any discussion on that? I'll entertain a motion to approve the high school staff building handbook.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the high school staff building handbook. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Next, we have the 18-19 support staff employee handbook.
And I apologize, it's not in your handouts. I sent it to you. The support staff handbook, there's only the minor changes of the dates. And then it's the exact same verbiage of the pay period that you guys approved in the teacher employee handbook are the only changes to the support staff handbook.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the staff employee handbook.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the support staff employee handbook. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Next, the 18-19 food service prices.
Okay, so this agenda item is kind of very unique. So with the food service budget, which is the Fund 50, if you remember, each year DPI, I don't know what year it began, but not too within the last 10 years, they dictate the price of the meals. They give us, like if you remember approving last year, there's a tiny bit of wiggle room as far as where that money can be put, but they say how much it has to increase, like a nickel for the lunch and breakfast for all 3 buildings, I'll just say. So this year was unique because the DPI put out, I attached the that note from, or that memo from DPI indicating if you're a district that didn't have to borrow money and transfer from Fund 10 into your Fund 50 to cover the cost. This year is the only year since I've been here that they've allowed kind of an exemption to the rule as far as allowing us to make some changes. So in that, in my notes I put, and I should say with some kind of limitation. I mean, they're not letting us pick the prices altogether, but they're allowing us to change the food service prices. So we looked at the junior high price, and the junior high price and the high school price was exactly the same, but the junior high portion is smaller than the high school portion. So the junior high, the 7th and 8th grade kids get a little bit less food, but they pay the same price. So this year, the DPI, we're one of those districts that does not have to transfer Fund 10 to Fund 50 because our Fund 50 generates enough revenue that we don't have to do that, which is a good thing. But this is asking, or it's my recommendation that we move the junior high cost from $2.95 per lunch down to $2.85. So it's just a small change, but I do feel like it's a better representation or a better. It feels like it's more appropriate as far as the portions that they're receiving. I don't know, they're not giving us any indication on what's going to happen next year, so I feel like this is in my mind, kind of a no-brainer to make that adjustment this year when we can, and then play it year by year. So it's my recommendation that the board approves the food service prices, which you've already done. So right now you're just approving an adjustment to the junior high lunch cost from $2.95 down to $2.85. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what is there like a state statute where it has to be between $2.50 and $3 or something like that?
No, but there's formulas. I know there's a formula used, but each district is a little different, and whatever date it was kind of the date that they locked districts in. So they kind of locked all districts into the current cost that they had, and then they made small changes from then. And Lord, do you know?
Yeah, I think it was probably 8 or 9 years ago they locked it in, and then I mean, we were, let's just say we were at $2.50 and Clayton was at $2 for a student lunch. At that point, we all started having to go up to 5 cents
Oh, I see.
every year kind of thing. And so that's where this all came from.
So this two-
they could still, districts can still be charging less or more than we are.
Yep.
We're not all the same.
I'm fine with that if you guys are.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. I move to approve going from $2.95 down to $2.85 for junior high meals.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to change the junior high meal from $2.95 to $2.85. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes to change the junior high lunch prices. Next, the discussion of WASB regional attendance.
Okay, I just put this one on there. I know you guys had all, as a whole board, we had every member attend the last WASB. Was it WASB or CSA? I don't remember.
It was at
Put it on,
CSA.
It was at CSA.
Okay. Meeting, but this has been on the agenda each year to discuss it, so I'm just putting it out there. I gave you guys a link. The regional meeting for WASB is on September 27th. It's in Eau Claire, and I gave you the link. So if you're interested in attending, let me know, and we can get you guys registered.
Okay. Next, superintendent notes.
Okay. All right, so I feel like just with the blink of an eye, we're back in action and things are kind of back to normal with kids in both buildings. We had a very successful in-service, and we've already had a week of school under our belts with students in the building. So kind of funny, just from my perspective, the high school kids, they come in and it's the same kids are walking the hall, same kids are eating with whoever, and really right back to normal. And the elementary students are like kids at Christmas that first day, and then a lot of swollen eyes on day 2.
Yeah.
I'll even speak for my own family. It was like Christmas morning, and then everyone had swollen red eyes on day 2. So, but really, both buildings very successful. Both buildings. A lot of I thanked a lot of people, but I really meant that there's just a lot of work that goes into getting the school year ready. So at the elementary, we did the open house again, which I think has been a tremendous success. I've really enjoyed seeing that, and from a parent and a lot of the feedback that we've received, it's really nice for both the students and the parents. You know, from a parent perspective, you get all your stuff, all your forms filled out, and from a student perspective, what I've seen as a parent is it kind of takes that anxiety a little bit off the table for when the kids, they get to kind of acclimate to the room a little bit and meet their teacher and see the classroom, and then day 2 they're ready for action. So I thought the open house was a huge success. Mr. Peterson, I don't know if you have anything to add with the open house.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Again, it's our second year doing it, and it was a lot for me personally. Easier this year to roll things forward from all the plans. You know, we spent a lot of time working on it, setting it up last year, but we had 96% participation.
That's what I was
Wow.
wondering.
And from what I heard, people like it.
Yeah.
And get their
it's-
kids set up and
Yep.
be in
We
there.
had all positive feedback, and also I was proud to hear, you know, like the photographers, you know, they visit other schools and go to other open houses, and you know, got compliments from them that it was well run and organized, and that made me feel good. And compliments from the community groups that came in and had displays there too, and they appreciated it, and we appreciated them being there. So that made us feel good too, that you know the groups really had compliments too, along with the parents. And
Does everyone have enough time to do everything as far as when are the busy times, I guess?
I think I haven't heard any negative feedback about having enough
No,
time.
It
seemed
looked like Black Friday at Best Buy at
Well,
10
I know when I was,
o'clock.
we were
Yeah.
the first ones there, and there was a lot of people there then. But
I felt like this year the morning was busier. Like
Yeah, and that's when I
last
was
year
there.
it seemed more steady. This year I think parents must have decided that it's better to go right
Beat
with
the
so
rush.
We had a lot of them. Yeah, it was kind of like Black Friday when we first opened the outdoors. And it was just a real steady from, that 10 until noon or so, a lot of people. And then we had a little downtime. I'd say 1:30 to 2:30 or 3 was kind of quieter. And then, then the post-work kind of 3:30 to 5:30 it picked up and was fairly busy again.
I only had to stand in line for a minute to get my picture taken.
Yeah, that's great.
One person.
You were there throughout time.
There was a little longer line for pictures this year, but they had fewer photographers, but it was fine. I mean, it was great, and we tried to set it up so that people can kind of choose how much they want to do. If you want to hit all the meetings and spend the whole day there, you can. If you want to come in and just do your thing and get in and out, you can do that kind of too.
Do teachers like it compared to?
I think a lot because you talk about the anxiety level for the students going to, also the teachers, it's just the day that I felt like the first day of school is just way more relaxed. The teachers are more relaxed because they've kind of gotten a lot of those initial contacts out of the way, and then we used to do that little shortened open house during the second day of in-service, and that was such a mad crush. And then they also lost that time, that in-service time, to work, and felt like they had to have the rooms already, so they really liked it.
The feedback that I've received from teachers is they love it and appreciate the opportunity to have an open house. So.
Well, I can see why, because when I went, it was one-on-one. So there was only a couple people in the room. They actually got some one-on-one time with the student, got everything put away, so when the students come the next day, it's like the whole classroom's prepped and ready, not 15 students coming with that backpack full of 7 boxes of crayons and notebooks. And
that attendance, that's outstanding.
Yeah, it really is.
96%.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it was about the same last year too. For the first year, that was we were blown away. We had high expectations and it exceeded those.
that's probably all you're going to get is 96%.
Yeah,
I mean, there's that percentage that's just not going to come.
Yeah, just can't.
Which is remarkable.
Yeah.
So and I thought it was a huge success. And then at the high school, they won, came in, like I said, there was excitement, but not quite the Christmas to the level of a Christmas morning. But the kids and the teachers, just really went right back into action, and things were rolling. A big initiative that we've shared prior this year at the high school, junior 7th through 12th is the 1-to-1. The elementary, nothing's really changed. We really were able to implement it mid-year last year and have carts, and now we're starting to experience the request for Apple TVs and which aren't real TVs, they're just the boxes, and then the Chromecast, which if you guys remember, Mrs. Anderson, Teresa Anderson came in and presented on that. So that's exciting to take kind of that next step of 1-to-1 initiative, and then at the junior senior high here. Rolling out the 1-to-1. So Mr. Gillis and the junior high and Mr. Crawford and Miss Meyer, huge thank you to all those guys. And the 1-to-1, are we fully? Nothing. We're not quite rolled out. Or did we roll everything out?
We'll be done tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Mr. Crawford went into high school classes and he's organized the rollout. He's also the checkout guy in the morning in case there's an issue. He's got some spares in his room to check out for the day. Mrs. Rubel started today as far as middle school rollout. She did the 7th graders this morning.
I missed Mr. Bo Osmond for doing that. It's been a huge part of that.
Mrs. Rubel's been a big help in the middle school. She's going to be the check-in, check-out person. Those aren't going to be take-home machines. They're going to be used in the building. So the kids will be checking them in at the end of the day during wrap, and then they'll be charged for the next day.
So that's exciting because if you guys remember, I said we would hopefully have everything rolled out kind of within 2 to 3 weeks. Not knowing how everything would go, and it's really been going, pretty smoothly. We're going to probably run into our hiccups here and there, but as of right now, everything has been running smoothly.
Students just seem tickled to have them there.
Yep.
They're using them all the time.
So it'll be a learning curve for the students. It'll be a learning curve for the staff, but hopefully we'll continue to grow professionally and continue to really push that technology so we're having the same experiences in Clear Lake as any other district across the state. So that's been a success because you never know, how an initiative is, kind of a rollout is going to go, and it's going well. So I said the open house, first week of school, we've had, like I said, in the past, sports are completely underway. Wanted to throw a quick shout out to the cross country team. They took a second at their last invite. And the boys took a first at the one prior, which for the second year of a program. They seem to be very excited and doing really well, and it's a good group of kids, so that's been neat to see, and kudos to Miss Niles for kind of taking that on. She's doing a good job. So some upcoming stuff that we have in the district. We have volleyball, a home volleyball game this Thursday. Cross-country travels to Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser. Football goes to Flambeau on Friday the 14th. Then the week of the 17th, we have volleyball home against Prairie Farm on Tuesday the 18th. And Thursday the 20th, we have cross-country at Unity, and then Food for America Day on the 21st. And then that following week is homecoming, so we'll have just a ton of stuff going on in the building during school and after school for a week of homecoming.
Didn't the band just march this weekend?
Yes, I'm sorry, and the band just took first at Glenwood City, correct?
really?
Yes.
Which is a big kudos to our new band director
Yes,
to
thank you.
step
I
in.
forgot about that.
I think, is not the football game Saturday instead of Friday?
Oh, yes.
Flambeau's on Saturday.
Thank you.
Flambeau's on Saturday.
Yes,
Sorry.
Flambeau got rescheduled to Saturday.
This week?
Right.
And
This
Mr.
weekend.
Rosine is organizing it.
And I saw an email just go out about a fan bus, so I'm assuming that'll be on Facebook here shortly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, we follow what's going on.
That's great. Appreciate it.
And band will do Amory Fall Festival.
Yep.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yep. So and that's it. So off to a good start. 2018-19 year school year is off to a good start.
Don't we have homecoming at the end of this month?
23rd.
Last week.
That's what I
Last
thought.
week.
Yep.
There's some big stuff happening
Against
at the end.
Oklahoma City.
Yep. And then the dance on the 29th.
Why are you looking for chaperones? Is that why you brought that up?
The last elected board member always chaperones.
I don't know that anybody wants me as the chaperone of the dance.
All right, very good. Thanks, Josh. All right, any future agenda items? Do we have a date for like other retreat for that? vision?
For our vision?
Yeah.
Did we ever
talk about
set a date?
Second or the fourth Monday in October? Did we ever decide?
I
don't
think
know.
That's the last.
It would have to be. November's out because it's Thanksgiving week,
Right.
maybe. if
That would
timing
be my
falls.
vote tentatively, I guess.
Fourth Monday of October?
Yeah.
So 22nd, you're saying?
Well, yeah. I
Mhm.
won't be here that day.
What?
I'll be in Colorado.
Shucks.
When do you?
But
A week before that.
a week before that, the Monday would work.
15th?
But the 15th.
15th.
Works for me.
That's just us working on this vision thing
Mhm.
and start to
Yep.
throw ideas out, brainstorm
Talk to Greg.
session.
Yeah, very.
Is that the
15th of October.
Same time.
Well, yeah. We could talk about it next meeting.
Mhm.
sounds good? That'd be the Monday after our next meeting.
Yep.
So we'd have a meeting on the 8th.
Then we
And
can
then-
confirm it then.
Yep.
Sure.
That work for you?
Yep. but we
Yep,
can
that
just-
works for me.
Do we want to hold it for 6:30 start time? I just don't want something else to.
Do you have to post that?
I think we should, just be, and I think because it's,
Or I'd be fine earlier if you guys can get there.
I'm
You
fine
want
with
it
earlier,
earlier?
Sure.
Yeah.
so we can get out.
Are we
and-
gonna get a sports lunch?
we can get something.
Sure. Last time Josh brought
Cookies.
Subway.
Subway, yeah. Could maybe get pizzas or something
Yeah.
from the local.
I was just kidding about the food.
Yeah. Can make a crock pot of sloppy joes, that's easy too.
Yeah.
Natty,
Okay.
I'm impressed.
I'll bring buns.
So what are we saying?
So that means I get chips.
Why
and
don't
he
we,
gets beans.
why don't we, I'll email out just to confirm October 15th, and then you guys can decide a time on the 8th at our next board meeting, and then we'll post it.
Let's go early so people
What
can
time
get
would work
home.
good for you?
I leave work at 4:30, I could be here at 4:35.
Okay, some of us are not that close.
Even 5.
We'll probably do 5.
5?
Fine?
Yeah.
Let's tentatively say that then.
Okay.
Can you touch base with Greg just so we can
Yeah,
kind of have a
I
little
will.
heads up?
Okay, anything else?
I guess I would encourage you with that to kind of really start brainstorming on that. Look at the schools that he recommended looking at that received those education awards.
Mhm.
And just so we can hit the ground kind of running.
Yeah, you talked
just-
about that on their list, like a Wisconsin.
I sent you a couple links, I think, in an email that gave you like the 3 schools from Wisconsin maybe
Yes.
that received the awards Al Brown was
Okay.
talking about. So we'll just take a gander at those.
Sounds good. Anything else? Would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn. Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.